Some spirits do not break doors. They do not smash windows. They wait for the smallest opening. In a town called Akala, people whisper about a creature known as the Adze, a spirit that hides itself as a tiny firefly, small, glowing, almost harmless, but it is not. The Adze slips through keyholes, cracks, and tiny gaps in the walls, places too small for any human to notice. And once it enters your home, it feeds. No one sees it coming. No one hears it leave. But by morning, something is always wrong. This is the story of a man named Kofi, a quiet man who lived alone at the edge of the town, and the night he forgot to cover his keyhole. Kofi lived alone in a small apartment at the edge of town. The wind outside howled through the empty streets. That night, the power went out again. Darkness swallowed the room. Kofi sighed and lit a small kerosene lamp. "Dumpso again," he muttered. The weak flame filled the room with flickering shadows. Then, suddenly, tink, 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 something was hitting the window. Kofi looked up slowly. A firefly was tapping against the glass, but it wasn't normal. Its light was deep green, and it flashed slowly, like a heartbeat. Tink, tink, tink. The insect kept striking the window again and again. "Too late for bugs," Kofi whispered. He walked to the door and checked the lock. He pushed a cloth under the gap of the door. On the table nearby sat a small bowl of salt and crushed herbs, something his grandmother once told him to keep. Protection. Kofi turned away from the door, but the firefly had stopped hitting the window. Now, it floated toward the keyhole. The firefly hovered in front of the keyhole. For a moment, it stayed perfectly still. Then something horrible happened. Its glowing body stretched. The green light melted like liquid. Slowly, the firefly poured itself through the keyhole into the apartment. Later that night, Kofi was asleep in his bed. The room was silent. Only the ticking clock could be heard. Tick, tick, tick. Then a faint green glow appeared on the ceiling. The firefly had returned, but it was no longer small. The glowing light floated down to the floor. Then it began to grow, stretching, twisting, changing shape. Wet sounds filled the room, bones cracking, skin pulling. Something was transforming. Kofi woke up. At first, he thought he was dreaming. A tall shadow stood in the corner of the room, too tall for the ceiling. Its arms were long and bent in strange ways. Its skin looked like burnt paper. Kofi's voice shook. "My grandmother said you weren't real." The creature answered. Its voice sounded like dry leaves scraping together. "Grandmothers tell lies so children can sleep." The creature moved closer. "But I help people sleep forever." Kofi backed away in terror. "I don't have money," he shouted. "No gold, nothing." The creature tilted its head slowly. "I don't want your coins, Kofi." Its long fingers reached toward him. "I want the heat in your blood." Kofi knocked over the lamp beside his bed. Flames burst across the floor,
Bright firelight filled the room. The creature screamed. The light hurt it. Kofi realized something. The monster moved best in shadows, not in bright fire. "You want heat?" Kofi shouted. "Take it!" He grabbed a bottle of strong schnapps from the shelf. He threw it at the creature, then kicked the burning lamp toward it. Flames exploded. The creature was surrounded by fire. For a moment, it became a burning figure of green and orange light. Its scream sounded like hundreds of voices crying together.
But the creature did not die. Instead, it shrank. Its burning body collapsed inward until only a firefly remained. Blackened, desperate, the insect flew toward the door, straight for the keyhole, trying to escape. Kofi jumped forward. Just as the firefly reached the keyhole, he slammed his thumb over it. The insect hit his skin. Then it bit him. A burning pain shot through his hand. Kofi screamed and pulled away. The firefly disappeared. Gone.
Kofi sat on the floor as the fire slowly spread through the room. He looked at his thumb. The wound was not bleeding. Instead, it glowed. A faint green light pulsed under his skin, slowly, like a heartbeat. Kofi walked to the mirror. His reflection stared back at him. His eyes flickered. Green. Kofi whispered in a hollow voice, "I'm so thirsty." Outside, in the darkness, thousands of fireflies began buzzing because the Adze had not died. It had only found a new body. Some legends say the Adze is still out there, hiding in the night, waiting for another home. So tonight, before you sleep, check your door, check your windows, and most importantly, check your keyhole.